Your next vehicle from Community Motors of Mason City.
Great service from 3 locations: Community on Monroe, Community Motors Westside, and Mason City Ford. 10 new franchises and hundreds of vehicles to give you more choices. Plus, Community offers an exclusive 3-3 warranty on pre-owned vehicles and 10-year, 250,000-mile warranty on new. Need more reasons why? Stop or visit CommunityAutoGroup.com.
Because nobody beats a community deal.
So we'll be happy to start the public forum, and please state your name, address, and agenda item.
Hi, my name is Dr. Teresa Mock for Sandstone Court, and I'm speaking on number 17 on the Blue Zones project. I'm a member of the Power 9 steering team for the Blue Zones project. I'm also on the senior leadership team representing Mercy Medical Center, North Iowa, and I'm a family physician in Mason City for the past 25 years, so I represent multiple patients in North Iowa. As you know, Dan Bittner, a National Geographic writer, researched areas of the world where people lived longer, healthier lives to determine what they had in common. The Blue Zones project by Healthways has been sponsored by Wellmark to encourage those principles, and Mason City has been fortunate to be chosen as an initial site. It turns out that Mason City is a good choice for this. A recent poll by Gallup and Healthways for well-being looks at not only the absence of disease, but the state of physical, mental, and social well-being. This shows that the state of Iowa ranks number 16 in the nation. Mason City, however, ranks as one of the lowest communities within the state of Iowa, especially in scores for physical and emotional health and in the work environment. As North Iowa's largest employer and one uniquely responsible for the health of all North Iowans, Mercy Medical Center North Iowa is excited to support Mason City's pursuit of Blue Zone certification. By working together to improve the health of our citizens, we can join the ranks of Blue Zone communities living longer and better. The day-to-day benefits of doing so are striking: improved productivity, lower healthcare costs, and an improved economy. We also feel that Blue Zones will help bring new business and people to our city. Candidates we have recruited at the hospital have expressed high awareness of the benefits of joining a Blue Zone community, and they look forward to becoming active participants. Becoming a certified Blue Zone community requires that 50% of the top 20 community-identified employers become a Blue Zone worksite. These worksites identify, promote, and activate changes leading to a healthier work environment for employees. Improving the health of our own workforce and the community is important to us, and it's a centerpiece of Mercy's response to healthcare reform. Our employees are not immune to the challenges of chronic diseases and other health issues, and as their employer, we also assume the burden of rising healthcare costs. Building from the Blue Zones worksite certification criteria, we have numerous initiatives planned or underway for our employees, including designing an employee health plan around evidence-based wellness principles, increasing the availability of health coaching and chronic disease management, and multiple other initiatives built around resilience and safety. This undertaking will take everyone's support to accomplish. Schools, restaurants, grocery stores, employers, and multiple community members have already started. Now we are asking you as a City Council to support the Blue Zone certification by adopting the Community Policy Pledge. This includes activities such as pedestrian and bicycle plans, complete streets, and tobacco policy. Mercy Medical Center North Iowa is committed to improving the health of North Iowans, and we look forward to partnering with you and numerous other organizations in Mason City to accomplish that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mock.
Hi, my name is Amy Kirchhoff, and I am speaking also on the Blue Zone. I am a registered dietitian in the community. I work for Hy-Vee East here in town, and Hy-Vee has really been involved with Blue Zone since the very beginning, and that has allowed me the opportunity to become involved too. I am on the leadership team, so I work on the grocery store aspect and the restaurant aspect committees of that program. The Blue Zone Project involves many aspects of health and well-being that are all really equally important, but as a dietitian, I'm really excited about the opportunity that Mason City will have to improve their health and well-being, especially related to their diet. It's something that most Americans really do need to work on. Obesity, heart disease, diabetes, all of those rates are rising each and every day. And I'm really a firm believer that diet not only affects our physical health, but also mental health and our productivity through work as well. It's one thing to just say that we need to eat healthier. That really isn't working, and if it was working, I probably wouldn't need to be in the job that I am. People are really in a hurry, they're looking for easy things, but they are looking for healthy options. And I see that every day at the store. People are wanting to learn more about health and better themselves and their families as well. So the Blue Zone Project is really about environmental change. It's not taking away, we're no longer gonna have fried chicken, or we're, not those healthy options. It's making those healthy choices the easier choices. So making healthier choices more prominent in our grocery stores, and more prominent in our restaurants, not necessarily taking other things away, but making those the easier choice to have. And I feel like Mason City is very fortunate to have the grocery store side of it, part of the Blue Zone Project, and to employ dietitians that can really help the community to become better and just really learn what eating healthy is, and that it's really not that hard, and simple changes that they can make. I grew up in Clear Lake, and I recently moved to Mason City here, and so I'm really proud that Mason City is taking a stand on health and everything that they've accomplished to become a Blue Zone. And I'm also excited as a young professional to move to this community and really have the opportunity to grow with this community to a better place.
Thank you. Thank you, message.
Anita Bishop, 927 South Indiana, Mason City. I'm part of the Power 9 group for the Blue Zones, and that's what I'm speaking to, is item 17 on your agenda. And I would say that from the school's perspective, the Mason City School Board has already reviewed a resolution similar to what you're going to look at later this evening in your agenda, and they will approve they're in the process of approving that in their September meeting. That's part of the Blue Zone certification that we're engaged in right now. And actually, I want to tell you what your schools are already doing that have qualified us for certification. 25% of our school buildings have to be certified under the certification process. So that's about 3 buildings. But my principals and teachers are already engaged. We kind of rolled it out very quickly at the opening meeting with teachers, and I'm proud to say that one of your council members is already part of a MOI group. And they're talking about, eating healthier and getting healthier. So let me tell you what your schools are already doing and where we are. Every one of our schools, our campuses are tobacco-free. They've been tobacco-free for a long time, and that's a good thing. We have never had soda machines available to students during the day. It's always been water machines, and that's one of the things that kind of raises us up. We're part of the Healthy Kids Act, and that's a federal program. We have 3 schools who qualify for the Healthy Kids Snack under Senator Harkin's grant, and they get a snack in the middle of the day that's either a fruit or a vegetable, and kids are snacking on carrots during the day, and that's at Harding, Hoover, and Roosevelt Elementaries. We also have, one of the pledge items was that we should try to have recess before lunch at the elementary, and I will tell you that I know that one school is kind of piloting, half of the people are going out for lunch, or having lunch first and then going out for recess, and vice versa. Harding Elementary is doing everybody going to recess first and then having lunch, because we think that students hurry through their lunch and maybe don't eat as much as they could. If you look at the new redesign of the high school cafeteria and John Adams cafeteria, that's been a huge change for our district. Healthier food, students can choose from an array of things for that main plate now. They do not have to just all get the same lunch. They can actually choose the items that are all healthier for them, like yogurt, salad, more vegetables on their plates. And of course, you know, I know tater tots and chicken nuggets are really everybody's a fan of those, but they can also choose those healthy things. Again, it's not about taking away things as much as it is giving kids more choices. So we're obligated to make sure we're feeding your children well and taking care of them. The other things that we're looking at is how do we have a walking meeting? How do we get people walking during their planning time? How many steps does it take to get across from the one end of John Adams all the way to the high school, other end to the gym? It's about 7 minutes if you're walking at a pretty brisk pace. So we know that our high school kids are getting a lot more exercise this year as they have to track from one building to the next. The other thing is that we're looking at, there's a curriculum about mindfulness, and I think that this ties very nicely to our positive behavior support and intervention program in terms of raising students who are not only healthy physically, but healthy in terms of their ability to interact with each other in a respectful and civil manner, to demonstrate respect and responsibility. And there's a mindfulness curriculum that goes along with this, with the certification process that will be available to us. It's called Mind Up. And there's also another curriculum for 4th through 8th graders that we're looking at to try to incorporate either in our health classes or in our PE classes. So I just would encourage you, I know that you've all been great supporters of this, and I thank you for that. And go blue, that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mesic, and thank your board as well. We appreciate it. Ms. Dieterman.
Hi, Angela Dieterman. I'm the Blue Zones Community Program Manager, 4275 12th Street Northeast. Mayor, council members, Mr. Trout, and citizens of Mason City, I'd like to just take a few moments to comment on the consent agenda item number 17, which is the resolution of adopting the Blue Zones Policy Pledge Actions for the City of Mason City. Since we began the journey last October to become a Blue Zones project demonstration community, the council has been, and the community has been, one of our strongest champions. With nearly 4,000 individuals that have pledged to support to become a healthier place to live, work, and play. On January 3rd, the first item of business, I believe, for the council and mayor and city administrator was to approve a resolution authorizing a letter of commitment to support the Blue Zones project. And then you guys took it one step further and you made it one of the City Council 2012 goals to become a healthy community utilizing the Blue Zones model. We were recognized during our site visit by the Blue Zone Project Selection Committee as having all of our leaders working together, and that was really a highlight when we heard them bring that up, and they continue to bring it up at meetings that we have. It makes you very proud to be part of the community and part of this project, to see all of our community leaders working together for the common effort and not kind of all marching in the same direction. The Blue Zones project goal is to improve the well-being of our city by making the healthy option the easy option. And to do this, we know we need to change our behaviors as individuals. We know we need to change our worksite behavior, our restaurants, our grocery stores. And our city is also asked to participate by aligning their policies, including nudging our residents towards healthier behavior by some of the changes that they make. The Mason City Blue Zones project staff, our Power 9 board, and our leadership team would like to thank you all for your support, your vision, and strong leadership, and thank you for your past support as well as your future support in making our community a more attractive destination for business and for individuals. On November 30th, we'll be having our community-wide kickoff, so we ask everybody to mark their calendars as we begin to celebrate our progress in the Blue Zones project. And in the meantime, we encourage everybody who's taken a pledge to take an action and go to the website bluezonesproject.com and look at what actions you can take. So thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Rick Cobbs. I'm representing my mother at 711 South Washington. I'm actually happy to say that I'm somewhat pleased with the city. They've cooperated well and given me a lot of facts. And yeah, there may have been some mistakes made, but none of them are malicious. People make mistakes, I understand. But when these mistakes are made, it gives an impression to the general public that something's wrong. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm from the outside looking at it. It's like me looking in a fishbowl. And I've worked with compliance issues for the last 9 years of my professional career. So I've been around the block a few times. And I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Trout for, basically saying, yeah, we could have done a better job. That's all I asked for. As far as the alley getting moved to a new owner, I really got against that. But I would like to say that you're held to a high regard when it comes to managing and protecting the assets of the city. And anytime the transparency appears to be cloudy, people raise questions, valid or not valid. So I would encourage you to use this as a learning moment, for better word, and so you don't get in this predicament again. And people start seeing things that aren't there. I was one of them. I'm going, what the heck's going on? And so I think you need to do just a little better job on transparency to make sure that these kind of things don't happen. And the notification process, even though I know you did what you could, but when there's only 1 or 2 people involved, I think a hand-delivered letter is the best way, and we'll avoid some of these. That's all I have to say. I don't really know why you do this, because it looks like a thankless job to me. I just want to say thank you, and thank you for the time and listening to me.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Frank Koenig. I live at 1605 245th Street, Mason City. I am one of the owners of the Stone Pillar subdivision, and I want to thank the city for cooperating with us on this and the previous 16 subdivisions we've done. This will be the last one we will do. We've run out of infrastructure to continue the development much farther than what it is. And it's been my pleasure to work with the city and people from the city here, and I want to thank you for everything you've done. It's been a good run, and the last 22 years has been a very fun time. I thank everybody here on the council.
Thank you. Comments? Once. Twice. What's that? Are you talking about the Mercy Homes?
Yeah, the conveyance part of the street.
Vacation conveyance, you can speak to the vacation and conveyance right now, that's correct. Yep.
My
Zoning
name
will be later.
is Constance Mometti, 75 Linden Drive in Mason City. I live in the block being proposed by Mercy for building the dock and warehouse and generator. If they purchase the street from the city and then use a private drive to go up into the area, remove the homes, and then put a private drive in, it's going to be within 30 feet of the back lots of the people living on State Street, and probably within about 60 or 70 feet from my driveway. And in so doing, the city has recommended that they not have a sidewalk along what's now First Street. And that area is a big walkway area. So many people walk in this area all throughout Forest Park. So we will not be allowed to go along that part of the block. We'll have to just go around this way and come back again and go in other areas. We'll lose the tree coverage in the canopy because there will be about 60 or 70 trees that we have counted in the front yards and side yards of the trees along there. In these homes, there's going to be 9 houses taken down. One on the corner will be left next to my home. So we will be having a lot of increased heat index in the summertime, increased electric bills. I know my electric bill this summer was extremely high with the heat. There will be a lack of wind because the building's going out into the area. And so there will be truck exhaust fumes, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, which could build up in that area because there will be blocked. There will not be a regular wind blowing through the area. Many people have health problems. I myself have a problem with my throat, which developed a few years ago, and I have a narrow trachea, subglottic stenosis, so I have difficulty breathing, and I have to get that attended to every year. Moving the road will destroy the green space and replace it with concrete. It will also increase, like I said, the heat index, increase the water runoff, and concrete, there will be no ground left in that area, except in the very back, to absorb the water. And the dock and the warehouse will block the airflow and have unhealthy fumes and pollutants for everybody. There will be no privacy because the trucks are going to be coming along the back fence and then turn just before to go south, and that's right in front of where my house is. I'm on Linden, so I face west, and the other homes are on State Street. And I'll be looking at truckers coming directly at me and then turning suddenly. And this is a tremendous lack of privacy because most people have their bedrooms in the back of the house. Many people in the area work at the hospital or other areas where they have second and third shifts, so they're sleeping during the daytime if people are ill or they have young children and need to take a nap. People's rest is going to be definitely impinged upon by that. Or if they're ill, they need to have their rest. I don't really want to see trucks coming directly at me. It's one thing to have it in the street in front of your house, but another thing to have a truck coming just directly. What if the brakes fail and they run into your house, your yard, or anything else? Also, the noise, the lights, the glare from the headlights, odors and vibration from all the trucks going past is going to be a real problem because these trucks are going to be way up in the backyard of what is now the backyard area of the homes on First Street. And like I said, 30 feet from the other homes. Hospitals are there to promote healthy environments and clean living in non-contaminated areas. We need the green space to keep our area clean. We need to leave that for future generations. Once the beauty of the area is destroyed, it can never be replaced. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.